with a review of our first pair of headphones on the channel, so quite a big deal. These are on-ear Sonys. These are the MDR-10RC. RC means remote control, but in reality that means an inline microphone. So yeah, Sony, they come in white, which mine are, which you'll see in a bit, and black, which I think is better because it has a little red accent. Specs are, so yeah, 40mm drivers. It's actually, they use a neodymium magnet, which it doesn't say on here. 40 ohm impedance and sensitivity of 100 decibels. They go from 5 Hz to 40,000 Hz. So yeah, more than we can hear. They come with 2 cables, which I'll show you in a bit. They're both 1.2 meters, both L-shaped, which I prefer because this is designed for portable. One comes with a microphone, one doesn't, which is over there. I'll show you that in a second. Carry pouch, and that's it. Box. High-res audio at the top. Nothing. That's too amazing. And this is what it comes in, which is not too bad. And the headphones sit in there. L for obviously, it should be backwards, but there's L, there's R, fits in there, and all those accessories come underneath, but I'll show you that in a second. Get rid of that. Here's the cans, but I'll show them a bit. So it comes with 2 cables. The one I used 99% of the time was this one. One thing though, because it's a 3 point, this cable's easy to swap if ever anything goes wrong with it. Some more light in here. So yeah, 3.5, 3.5, 3 pole. The other cable is a 4 pole, which I'll show you in a bit. Quite flexible, no problems whatsoever. There's no kinks or anything. Not a bad cable. And it's such a good thing, as you can see there, is where it's detachable. If this was an attached cable, I wouldn't really like it that much. Second cable. I've used this once for testing and it works fine. One button and there's a microphone. Works fine. Both the same length, both 1.2 meters. 4 pole obviously for calls. It's all good. Cable tie that came with the one I unwrapped. Quite a soft pouch. You can see the material. I don't think they really needed to include that, but it's still nice. And paperwork, as you can tell, I never bothered opening. You can register product if that matters. To me, it doesn't. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, so there's a black variant, which probably would be better for long-term use. They fold, as you can see, both ways, but they don't go flat. You know, sometimes you can turn the cups all the way around for them to go flat. They don't do that, which is a shame, but anyway, you can see L, red for R. I like that they put in red so you can easily see that's, you can easily, just because they look the same, if you just quickly glance at it, you go, oh, there's the right. Padding in the top, good enough. You can't really feel the frame. You can in these sections, but this part's comfortable enough, not soft enough. Same here, pads are nice and soft. Sony. Scotch. No, comes straight off. So most of it's plastic. This looks like metal, but it's not cold, so I'm not quite sure. I guess it might be like a plastic with like some sort of layering, but this here doesn't feel cold. Build quality's fine, I'd say. It's a bit, you see, it's a bit wobbly, but it seems fine for when I used to use it. The 3.5 goes in the left cup, So even if you don't even see the left and right marks, that goes into the left one. Obviously on ears, and one thing I noticed, I might just show you now. See how you can see the driver super easy in the right, see there and there. And I'll get to the sound in a second. I'll get the cons out the way before I have the sound. Cons is, see the headband, it doesn't really grip, so when they're on your head, there's your head, they can come off quite easy because there's no grip, if you understand that. And the clamp wasn't great. I don't have a large head, but the actual clamp, I think it would be greater, but on a large head that might be fine for you, but as you say, everyone's a bit different. Let's get into the sound. Quite balanced, to be honest. One thing I noticed, because like I said, there's nothing covering the driver, these incredibly sound very clear. They're very detailed. I didn't really expect much from these, to be honest, because a lot of Sony stuff is either really good or not good on the budget end. But yeah, everything sounds very detailed, which kind of threw me off by surprise. Yeah, I found the sound quite balanced, and you had a very small like bump in the mid bass, so quite a good sound signature. I was expecting these to be quite bassy. And also, if you see a Sony, it says XB in the title. That means extra bass, if you didn't know. But these aren't that. So yeah, 40mm drivers. They sound great. They sound really good. It's just the clamp is, see, like that'd be like my head, and you need more clamp. I might be able to bend the headband, you know, to make it tighter. And also like to see them go flat, you know, when they go flat. But that's all the adjustment you get. That's it. And they do get a little bit warm because they're on ear. If these existed as over ears, this exact same model, I've been really chuffed. I'm not really a big fan of on ear. A lot of people out there might like that, but I prefer over ear. You know, that's my preference. So yeah, it sounds really clear. I'd say, yeah, slight bump in the mid bass. Everything's sounding quite fine, to be honest. Everything's quite good. Mid treble's good. Didn't sound shouty, didn't get sibilant or nothing like that. It's just very clear. The not too bad actually at all. Slightly harder to push than I imagined, because it's a 40 ohm impedance. Normally for headphones the standard's like 32, but it was not too bad really. Obviously comparing to IEMs I always test, obviously they're a little bit harder to push, but still good enough really. And one thing with it being white, I don't know what these will be like in the long term, you know, when they get, fortunately when they get dirty, they're going to get grime. Mine are still basically in like brand new condition, but months and months of use, the probably won't end up looking, you know, like this. Show the range. So that's maximum, minimum. I was about 3 clicks. I was about that to fit me, but I have a small head. Soundstage was pretty good, I thought as well, considering they don't really seal that much because of the design on here. Soundstage was good. Isolation is quite bad, and sound leakage is quite bad. That's the negatives as well. So if you use these like on a bus, coach, train, you will hear people, and they will definitely hear you. That's one of the negatives. But as a sound point of view, and if you don't have anybody listening, they sound pretty good. And I think that's it. Good on ear cans. I want to try some more. I want to try some more over ears I can from Sony. So that's it, guys. I'm out. Different video. I've got some more earphones. Oops, camera moved. I've got some more earphones on the way, but they just haven't come yet. So I've got the Tanchim Core on the way, and the LZ05A on the way, and the D6, which I just need to collect from the post office, but that'll be in the next video, hopefully, or one of the next videos. And what else? I've got a Theo E10K review, which I haven't filmed yet, but that'll be one of the next ones, probably after all those earphones. What else do I have? Maybe some Sennheiser headphones, HD 440s. So all of them should be in the pipeline. So yeah, good cans, not perfect, great sound. So the negatives are, for me, on ear, I'm not that keen. They can slide on and off you, because that, if they're on your head like that, they can just, there's no grip. The padding is good, and they don't really weigh much at all. So on your head, you don't really feel them. It's not like really heavy playing ours. They aren't like that, but they can slip. And because this is smooth, there's no grip, which is a shame. And yeah, see, not too bad. I'm out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.